Hello and welcome. This guided meditation will allow us to dive deep within ourselves to discover our true nature and let go of the preconceived notions of our self-image. Our self-image that so often causes pain and misunderstanding, both within ourselves and within others. Coming to better understand our true nature beyond the transient superficial layers we usually perceive can allow us to see ourselves and others through fresh, more positive eyes. This will naturally manifest as self-love that can then blossom into all aspects of our lives. Please do not do this meditation if you are driving or doing anything else that needs your attention. Find yourself a quiet space where you can be completely comfortable, free from any distractions. You may choose to sit up or lie down, just making sure that the spine is straight and that you will be able to stay comfortable in this position for the duration of the meditation. Now, gently allow the eyes to close and bring your attention within to the breath. You can hear the sound of my voice. You can hear the sound of your breath. You can feel the breath as it travels in and as it travels out. You can allow your breath to deepen, so as you inhale, you do so fully, feeling the belly rise. And as you exhale, you do so completely, releasing any tension from your body and from your thoughts. In a moment, but not yet, I will begin to direct your attention to different areas of the body. As I do so, I want you to tighten the muscles in that area and just notice what you feel in your body as you tighten those areas. As we do this, I want you to continue to breathe normally until I begin a count to 7. When I begin the count, I want you to prepare yourself so that when I get to 7, you can exhale and release those muscles simultaneously. Now, bring your attention to your feet, and as you do so, tighten the muscles of the feet. Notice how this tension feels. Scrunching your feet up, almost as if you could ball them into fists, and just notice this tension and continue to notice for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release. Good. Now allow your attention to come to your lower legs, tightening the shins and calves. And just see if you can do this without involving the feet or the upper legs. This may or may not be possible, but just notice what it feels like to try to engage only those muscles and continue to notice for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release. Good. Next, moving to your upper legs, squeezing the quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Feel this tension and really experience what it feels like for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let it all go. Now just take a moment to notice the absence of tension in your legs. Feel their weight. Feel what this relaxation feels like before bringing your attention to your core, tightening the ab muscles and feeling the constriction in the ab muscles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Release. Good. Now to the upper body, your chest, your shoulders, both of your arms, and even your hands, balling them into fists. Tightening that entire upper body and feeling that tension in this entire area For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, let go. Good. Now your face, scrunching it up, feeling every single muscle in your face tighten for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let it go. Let the tongue fall loose, the cheeks and temples relax, and the eyes soften in their sockets. Good. Now your entire body. See if you can tighten each and every muscle in your entire being and just feel this entirety of tension for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let it all go. Good. Let all that tension release away and just allow yourself to land here in this space. A space that is calm, still, quiet, and dark. Now, here in this dark place, you are suspended in space, but simultaneously you feel stable and safe. This is your space. Nothing here can harm you, and you feel bliss as you float here in your own ease and tranquility. Good. Slowly you notice a soft glow in the distance. Without having to give it much thought, you start to float towards this glow. It's so natural that you can't even tell whether you are drawing towards the glow or the glow is drawing towards you. As you get closer, you see there is an island floating in this space. The glow you see is coming from a light that is suspended above a large, ornate mirror that is standing on the island. Softly, you touch down onto the island, feeling yourself now on this solid ground. You walk up to the mirror. When you look into the mirror, you see yourself, but not just yourself. You see yourself as your ideal self. You see yourself as what you perceive to be your very best, the version that you believe is your goal, the place where you will be when you no longer have anything left to achieve or accomplish. You take a moment to take all this in and notice what it is about this version of yourself that you find so attractive. As you observe this version of yourself, do not attach to any one thing or pass judgment on yourself for one thought or another. Deep within yourself, you know that this mirror is just here for observation. You admire this version of yourself, but suddenly something within you stirs. Something about this isn't right. As this thought passes, the image of the mirror begins to change. Things shift and fade away until you find yourself looking at what you perceive to be your current self right now. You look at this current version of yourself, and as you do so, you begin to notice what is different. What is the space between you and that ideal version of yourself that you were looking at before? You notice the things about this version of yourself that you think you lack. Once again, not attaching to any one of these things and not judging yourself for having these thoughts, and just accepting these observations for what they are. Then you start to notice the things about yourself that you like, the things that you feel define who you are, your passions, your interests, and your beliefs. Still allowing these observations to arise and simply acknowledging them, not attaching to any one thing. You continue to notice things about yourself until once again something stirs within you and the image once more begins to shift and change. Things morph and fade away until you are looking at a past version of yourself. Perhaps during a time in your life that you perceive as a phase that you once went through. As you look at this past version of yourself, you notice what is different and what is the same. What passions did you have back then? What were your interests? What were your beliefs? Many of these things may no longer be true about yourself, and yet, as you look at this version of yourself, you know that then you were truly attached to all those things, that you truly believed that those were part of who you were. You also notice that back then you had many things about yourself that you felt were lacking. Perhaps now some of those things you have acquired, or perhaps they're just no longer important to you. As you observe these things, simply notice them, not attaching or assigning judgment. You look at this past version of yourself and you accept it for exactly what it is. As you accept this, slowly, once more, something deep within you stirs. The image once again begins to change. Things about yourself start to fade away, and you morph and change until you find yourself looking at a child. Yourself when you were very young. And it is so different. Back then, there were far less things about yourself that you felt that you lacked. And the things that you did feel that you lacked back then seem so distant now. You can also see the many things that back then intrigued and excited you. Your passions, your interests, your beliefs. You notice how they're different. Perhaps you still have some of them in some capacity. Perhaps some are gone completely. As you notice, you allow any judgment of these things to just drift past you. They're not important. You just see them for what they are and accept them. As you accept them, once again, something within you stirs. This is not right either. The image begins to shift and change. You grow smaller and things fade away until you're looking at an infant. You as a baby. There was nothing here that you felt that you lacked, but there was also no passions, no interests, no beliefs. Just a physical form, your size, the very beginning of your facial features, the color of your skin, your hair, your eyes. You notice these things, but yet again, something stirs. Your physical form fades away. For a moment you wonder, what could be left? What am I without any of those things? But then, as the last trace of your physical form fades away, it is revealed. The source of that stirring you have felt since arriving here, the thing within you that has been telling you that these images in the mirror are not really you. It is a small yet brilliant orb of light floating in the center of the mirror. The light from this orb feels warm and inviting. This light is pure and good. It lacks nothing, and it can find passion and beauty in all things. And this light has been at your core all along. All your life you have changed and grown. The things you believe and care about have evolved and will continue to evolve and develop, but this light is always within, pure and unchanging. As you look upon your light, you smile. Suddenly all those versions of yourself seem trivial. You are filled with a warm feeling of joy, almost as if you are looking upon an old friend you haven't seen in a very long time. The glow of your light seems to return this feeling and begins to draw towards you out of the mirror. You open your arms to greet your light in a warm, loving embrace. The light brightens, engulfing you until you and the light are one. You stand here on this island, suspended somewhere within your mind, embracing yourself, your true self. You are whole, you are complete, and full of love for who you are and where you are in your journey. You are a beautiful human being, and you are enough. All the things you previously believed you lacked or needed to improve upon already exist within you. There is no need to search for anything outside of yourself. As you stand here basking in the soft warmth of self-love and acceptance, the mirror begins to fade away, along with the light that was suspended over it. It has served its purpose for now, and if one day you need to return to this place, it will be here waiting. As the last remnants of the light from the mirror fade away, your own light is absorbed back within you. You stand here for a moment, and then notice, to your surprise, that you're not standing in complete darkness. There seems to be an ambient light all around you. You look up. Above you is a sky full of brilliant stars. It's beautiful to look upon. But then you realize, not stars, billions of lights just like yours, twinkling in the outside world above. Just like yours, and yet each one unique. Each one with its own changing and evolving outer shell. Each one on its own journey. You admire all these twinkling lights above. They're so beautiful. If only all people could always see one another like this, seeing the light within rather than just seeing the shell that surrounds it. How many problems would go away? How much more love in the world there would be. Perhaps it's not possible right now, but you're here and you can see this, so it must be possible that other people could one day see it this way too. You continue to look up and admire all these beautiful twinkling lights, feeling the warmth from your own light glowing within you, and you ponder how lovely it would be if such a thing could be a reality. It is now time to leave this place. You gently kick off your island, saying goodbye to it for now, floating up and away. The twinkling lights above slowly grow larger as you float, weightless, up and up, carrying your own light with you as you go. Slowly, awareness begins to return. You can feel your body grounded in your surroundings. You can notice the weight of your body wherever you're sitting or lying. Movement gently begins to return into each finger and each toe, perhaps rotating each wrist and each ankle. Taking a moment to stretch out and offer your body any movement that feels good here. When you are ready, find a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, and as you return to your day, take some of what you felt with you. Next time you're feeling down on yourself, like you're not good enough, or that you're not enough, remember your inner light and have faith that it will guide you in the right direction. And the next time that you find yourself in conflict with another, remind yourself not to take things personally. They too are a being of light that is doing what they can. Even when someone does something that hurts you, it really has much more to do with the struggles that they are facing within themselves than it does to do with you. So just as you must accept yourself for who you are today, you must also accept that they are who they are today. So go forth and treat both yourself and others, not with judgment, but with understanding and love. The light within me sees and respects the light within you. Namaste.